I just got inspired and I got motivated and I wanted to see if I can do it too. You
No,
know what I
that's
mean?
real.
So that started like off in middle school. You know what I'm saying? Like about 84, 83, 84, man.
And you know, even me coming from Chicago, you know, we didn't have the opportunity that New York had.
True
You know,
that.
so we gonna definitely shout out to New York. You know,
For
the
sure.
breakdancing. You know, they started
For
it
sure.
and kind of inspired us
For sure.
to want to do it. You know what I mean? And I think the South doesn't get enough credit that we recognize them.
True that.
You know what I mean? I feel like you mentioned Big Daddy Kane. If school was a rap, I'd be the principal. Oh, fuck it. The Kane is invincible. You know what I mean? So I grew up on that same music, and it kind of just showed geographically how widespread their music influenced us. You know what I mean? So for me to even hear you speak on, you know, the New York artists, you know, that makes me feel good. And shout out to the West Coast, because, you know, we definitely with Too Shorts.
Oh yeah, Too Short. Gotta shout out Too Short, man. On that in that Bay Area, man. E40. Like I said, man, hip hop was being, man. I mean, it influenced the whole world, man. You know what I mean? And New York was where it kind of was born in. You know what I mean? And it just migrated all over the globe. You know what I mean? And then whoever could gravitate toward it, they made it a lifestyle out of it, bro.
Right, right. So my next question would be, if I can ask, how did the group Goodiemob, how did that come together?
Well, we all knew each other in high school. You know what I mean? So once we was familiar with each other in high school, man, we came under the umbrella of organized noise.
Okay.
You feel me? So organized noise, they had the beach, they had the heat, they had all the good shit, man. And man, we just gravitated toward organized noise. You feel
So
me?
that was a label or that was a group?
Organized noise was like a production group that consisted of Rico Wade, Ray Murray, Sleepy Brown, Ruben Brady, you know what I'm saying, Marquez, Suge, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Now I told y'all to bring y'all sponge and y'all mop so y'all can suck up some of this free game, and it ain't free game Fridays, but we go ahead and giving y'all this free game.
yeah, it's a little something, you know what I mean?
Okay, now this is a question that was asked from. Excuse me. This was a question that was asked from Double A out of Chicago.
Okay.
He would like to know, and shout out to Double A. He would like to know what, if any, advice you can give any young artists that are looking to break into the industry currently.
Man, I would say, man, come with the whole package. You know what I'm saying? The more you come with, the less that you will have to give away, to give your rights away with. You feel what I'm saying? So if you come to the table, man, with your video, with your plan on how you gonna do things, man, you know, sure you don't really need a record label now. Nowadays you don't need a major record label. You feel me? I mean, you can put your stuff out, man, independently now. You know what I mean? But it's nothing wrong with being on a record label. They're gonna pay for a lot of stuff. You just gotta know that you really can't get your money back until you give them their money back.
Right.
Just like what you hear now with Glorilla. She said she ain't made no money off of that FNL.
I seen that, and
you know I mean?
50% goes a producer.
Right.
And then if you have two artists on it, so you're not the majority at this point.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I think that's a great analogy that you brought up. Once again, y'all have y'all sponge and y'all mop because that's the free game.
Right. Right.
With you guys coming up, like you said, there was no really major internet.
True that.
How would you compare guerrilla marketing where, you know, we would hit the Chitlin circuit and, you know, we would hit the Southwest versus one click and you can get to the whole world? Give me some of the pros and cons that you think may have affected the music industry.
Man, you know, with guerrilla promotion, man, you hand-to-hand combat. You touching the people. You getting a real response. You know what I'm saying? With the internet, you could be getting bots. You know what I mean? It ain't even got to be real people now. You know what I mean? So that's the pros and cons of that, man. But, you know, the pros with the internet is you can reach a lot of people at one time.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if you got a little bit of money here, you can spend it and get on this playlist here, which is not bad. You know what I mean? But when it goes to the point to where just like Elon Musk trying to buy Twitter, the majority of them people are robots.
See?
You know what I'm saying? Not even real people. Like, well, hold up, man. You got to go down on the price now.
Facts.
You
Big
feel what I'm
facts.
saying? So with like when we came up, man, it was like putting posters on poles. You know what I
Right.
mean? You remember that,
Right.
man? I mean,
Passing out the
passing out
CDs.
flyers,
Right.
CDs. You know what I mean? Giving somebody something tangible to hold. You know what I mean? Like right now, you can't even really autograph something. I mean, you can put it online and sell it, but like, it's nothing like going up to somebody that's got your material and you autographing that shit.
That
Like
memorabilia.
they're like, man, they don't even want to open it up. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So, you know,
Facts.
that's the pros and cons of that, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's a great analogy on being able to touch the people.
True that.
And those are stories that people still tell today. I remember the first time I met Ice Cube with the Lynch Mob, and that was so dope to me because I was able to shake his hand
Yes.
and have a drink with him.
Yes.
That is priceless
Yes.
versus you getting on live with
Right.
someone that, and you can still keep the visual,
Yeah.
but to be able to have that experience.
It's like touching, man. Like Curtis Blow came to my school, man. I was able to visually see him.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Fat Boys came, I was able to see them. You know what I mean? And that's a lasting effect on me, man. You feel so?
Right.
We've been in the music industry for over 20, 27 years.
Wow.
And I still remember those moments. You know what I mean?
27, bro?
Yeah, 27 years. We came out in 95.
Jesus Christ.
Came out in 95, yeah.
Well, with that being said,
Yeah.
that leads me to my next question. With 27 years, a lot of the kids that are here now, they weren't even born.
True that.
How do you maintain the longevity of 27 years in hip hop?
Well, I think it starts with the music. You feel me? Like, nobody wants to be saying some dumb shit, you know what I'm saying, 25 years later, you know what I'm saying? So, with songs like Cell Therapy, you feel what I'm saying? Songs like Soul Food, you know what I'm saying? Those are everlasting, man, just moments, man. Who don't know about Soul Food?
Right.
I don't
Facts.
care if you're a little baby and you born and you get up to about 17, 18, you're gonna know something about Soul Food.
Right.
You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? So that there, you know what I'm saying, that just transcends generations right there. You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
And then a song like Cell Therapy, when you're talking about the New World Order, you're talking about things happening in your neighborhood, and those things are still going on today.
Right.
That makes songs, man, timeless.
That's real.
You know what I mean?
Can I ask about that cell therapy?
Yeah.
When y'all speaking about the New World Order and
Right.
stuff like that before the internet, a lot of people got that information when the internet came. How was y'all already aware of what was going on?
Man, back then it was VHS tapes of stuff about the New World Order that was out. You know what I mean? It hadn't even hit the internet yet. So that's how we kind of got on with it. And then our good friend Busta Rhymes, when we was on tour, we had a show with him, and he passed around this book, Behold the Pale Horsemen. So some of the brothers in Dungeon Family, they read that book. You know what I mean? So it was a mixture of New World Order and a mixture of what was going on in the neighborhood. You feel what I'm saying? Like, young girls 13 years old exposed and said they ain't got shit to do with New World Order. Like, that got something to do with morals in your neighborhood. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how that came about right there.
And just to piggyback on that question, one of the things that I loved and I enjoyed about you brothers is the conscious music that y'all made. When you mentioned Cell Therapy, you mentioned Soul Food, but then you guys said bangers like They Don't Dance No More. And that, but y'all, I think y'all made that happen because like now they ain't dancing no more. Like you've been telling them they wasn't dancing no more. All they do is this. What inspired that actual song? Because you remember when we used to play music and the girls would run on the dance floor, we running right behind the girls.
Yes, sir. Man, it's a funny story behind that, man. Me and Rico Wade, we was in the dungeon one day, the dungeon on Adams Drive on Cascade, and we was just looking at TV, and we seen this video come on. It was I think it was Puff and Mace. They had like the real shiny suits on or whatever. And me and Rico just sitting there, we was just looking, man. And I looked at Rico, I said, man, nigga don't dance no more. Nigga don't dance no more. He's like, go in there later, man. Go in there later, hook. So went into the booth, man, and put the hook down. And we was just really telling people what niggas was doing. You know what I mean? they get off on holding people hostage. You know what I'm saying? They good for casing malls and leaving broken glass where you park. You know what I mean? That's some things we were just saying you just need to be while you having fun, just have some understanding of your surrounding, what's going on. You know what I mean? So that's what we was talking about. Niggas don't dance no more. All they do is DISS.
Oh.
You feel me? So we gonna dish y'all ass for the dumb shit. So that's the kind of.
Bro, I need to get my mouth. Hold on, let me bring out my.
I think they did. I think they said THIS, but nah, I meant DIS.
Wow.
We don't dance no more. All we do is this.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
That's listen, bro. That right there is $1 million jewel. You know.
Yeah, we had to do some type because there was a lot of groups out, man, and a lot of people that had skills, so we had to have some type of idea of how we was gonna come. That's why it's like soul food, because we was different parts of the food group.
Right.
I was meat. You can get it raw, you can get it well done, you can get it burnt, however. You feel what I'm saying? And Gilt was the vegetables, Timo was the bread, and CeeLo was the whatever you was drinking to wash it down. So we had to have some type of scheme to it, man, because other than that, we was just some country niggas from Atlanta, you know what I mean, just trying to rap.
Right.
How was it at that time being from, the South wasn't really popping like that, quote unquote, you know what I mean? The East Coast was down on the West Coast.
Right, yeah.
How did y'all,
Man, it was alright, cause we wasn't scared, that's the thing about it. We weren't scared to go to New York and get booed, because we came back again and had shows in the tunnel, had shows with Biggie, you know what I mean? So it was cool, you know what I'm saying? Like if you couldn't survive up in New York from the booze and shit, you might as well just get out of the rap game. You know what I mean? That was just tough love. It wasn't. We didn't take it personal like that. At the time we did, because we wanted to fight everybody in that bitch. But we didn't take it personal because it was just like if motherfuckers was down here in Atlanta and having a show, and you had some New York dudes coming out there doing their thing, man, you already know what was going to happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was cool, man, because New York, man, they got much love for us, man. I was hollering at my OG, man, Scorpio from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five.
Yes.
Man, that brother shook my hand and said, man, you guys brought soul back to hip hop, man.
Right. That's fact.
And I seen him about 2 or 3 times that same day, and he kept telling me the same thing, man.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So New York, they did embrace it. They just gave us tough love. See if we had legs to stand on.
And I think tough love is needed in the world. Music is entertainment, but we need that tough love in the world. Let me ask you this. Do you guys realize the magnitude of what you guys have done? Do you sit back and just think about the success and how many people you guys affected and how many records you guys have sold?
Now I do.
Okay.
Now I do. The last couple of, I say the last 2-3 years for me. Because, people like, they got the thing of giving people their flowers now,
Right.
Give your flowers. So a lot of people been giving them all their flowers. And they, gave me a chance to sit back and just like look at the type of stuff, the type of work that we did do. You know what I'm saying? We sacrificed a lot of shit we could have said. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff we could have did, but look, it added to the longevity of now, of the timeless music that we made. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody could feel, you're not going to feel some type of way singing. Come in here, some soul food. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mama can sing that.
Right.
Big Mama can sing that. Your little kid can sing that. And Pa's got them rolling down the street, smoking and
sipping on gin and juice.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but I'm just
Right.
saying, which one would you rather have your kids saying?
Right. And so let me ask you this. Do you think they were preparing us then for what we're witnessing now as far as where hip hop has transitioned to?
I think so, man, because now it's to the point you can say anything now in hip hop. I mean, let's look at with the drill music. You know what I mean? I don't have no ill will for it because it's just like gangster music. It's just on a whole, it's souped up gangster music.
On steroids.
You feel what I'm saying? But it is a genre now. You know what I mean? So, like I say, man, you had people saying all type of crazy stuff on wax. I'm like, damn, did he just say that?
Right.
I mean, a lot of stuff Biggie said, I'm like, damn, did he really say that?
Right.
I don't know if I would say that, but damn.
And even with the Hit 'Em Up, that was the first song that when I heard that, I said, Jesus Christ. I mean, because now that was the transition. That was the first, because I always tell people that music never influenced me. Movies influenced me because I'm a lot older. So, you know, when I seen New Jack City, I already knew what I was going to do when I left the movie theater. You know what I mean? But when I listened to music, by that time I was already doing what they were rapping about, so it was just like an association. Like I got a pocket full of stones, and I started small time dope game cocaine. So it was like I'm familiar with it because that was really the life that I was in. You know what I mean?
I mean, like I said, man, just like a movie, you got rated G and you got rated triple X.
Right.
So it's not the gun that killed him. It's not the bullet. It's the person behind the trigger that kills the person.
Facts.
Gun don't kill you by itself.
That's true.
A bullet don't kill you by itself. You feel me? So just like movies and with entertainment. You feel what I'm saying? You got a blank and you got a load. You feel what I'm saying? So we just gotta see the people that's feeding us.
Right.
You feel
Why
me?
do you think when you look at music and then you look at movies, why do you think now that the music is more believable than the actual movie?
You know, I used to think that visuals was the key, but I think really hearing some shit and giving you your mind the opportunity to get the vision in your head, I think that's even a little bit more deadly, because I can be like whispering some shit in your ear, whispering some shit in your ear, and that still to be in your ear. You know what I'm saying? So if you turn the sound out on the TV, you just saw it. You feel? Yeah, you just saw it. You know what I mean? But actually to hear it, and I could be wrong, but like I said, man, you seem like you can get away with a lot of stuff you say than with a lot of stuff you see. You know what I mean? Right. Like I said, it depends on who's listening and who you're talking about.
Okay. See, this is getting good. We definitely got a brand new single.
Sure.
But I definitely want to ask another question because I don't want them in my DM like, bro, I sent you the questions, you didn't ask me nothing. We have a question from Keisha from Tennessee. She said, how would you rate or view female artists back then versus the female artists now?
Oh, man, that's easy. It seems like the females back then, almost like they had fathers.
But
I don't know if they did or not, or maybe they had a man in their life to tell them that you don't want to do this, you don't want to wear this, you don't want to be in this situation, or you don't want to say this type of thing because, look, man, I just seen a video with a girl. She's shooting a video in front of Parent Parenthood, and it's doing the cadence of fuck nigga free. That's the cadence. So this is where we at with it now. We at with it now saying I don't want no nigga baby coming out of me. And then, like I said, I mean, if that's how you feel, goddamn it, that's how you feel. But pushing that shit on other people, you know what I mean? And it's just kind of, well, you know, it's kind of crazy, man. But
Now that's crazy what you just said. Listen, the news you giving me is some news that I can use. Like, goddamn, y'all taking this shit a little bit too far. And then y'all want to kill Kanye West for his opinion, but like you say, but you can get up here and advocate for the destruction and the killing.
Destruction of your people.
Right, because they talk about what's the number one killer? Parenthood. You know what I mean? Just in case she's been waiting patiently, she definitely has a question.
My bad.
Okay, so y'all basically spoke on, back then it was storytelling. And now it is storytelling because music is an art.
Right.
So what kind of advice could you give to artists now to basically tell the story without promoting a certain narrative?
That's a good question, man. And that made me think about some Pimp C used to say. You say, man, if you're gonna talk about the good, man, you're gonna have to talk about the bad, man. You're gonna have to talk about the turnout. You know what I mean? So in your story, man, I'm not telling people how to rap, man, but if you want longevity with your music, with your song, or somebody can come back and be like, man, I got something out of that. You know what I mean? You want to have a balance. You know what I'm saying? Balance that thing out. You know what I mean? And just try to be as real as possible. And if it's And if it's not real, just kind of like indicate, you know what I mean? It's just like
Yeah.
just like what Eminem did on what's that shit? Was the boy Stan?
Yeah.
Stan.
Stan.
Now, that could have been real,
Yeah.
and it could have been some shit he wrote. You know what I mean? But you know, he did it. The outcome was believable, and it was actually something to learn from. So I would say, man, just have your fans leave them with something to relate to, man, and something to learn from. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I can't tell a brother how not to rap about his lifestyle or what happened to him, whether it be good or bad. You know what I'm saying? But just try to think about the people that's gonna hear it, or just think about maybe if you have a son or a daughter coming up, like, Dad, what kind of stuff you used to rap about? And they hear you in here talking about you done goddamn knocked the girl out and done goddamn did this, and you be like, then you got a lot to explain.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you hadn't changed, you got a lot to explain.
Now, to piggyback off of something that you had said earlier, for the type of music that you guys make and that you make now currently,
Right.
why didn't you go? Why didn't you guys, or even you individually, why didn't you ride the wave that was being rode?
Well, that's a good question, man. And the answer to that question is that we was on LaFace Records.
Okay.
Right. LaFace Records is like a R&B record label.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it was almost to the point. So I was like, damn, can we say fuck? Can we say shit? I mean, it's like that's why on some of it I might not have said the shit where I might have said shh. It's like on I think it's on They Don't Dance No More.
Right.
Instead of saying pack they shit, I said pack they shh.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I was like, well, we on an R&B record label, and they might not want that. But come to find out, shit, after we did our 2 records, they was like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't hit the strip club, or y'all don't party, y'all niggas is, what's up with y'all?
Right.
Damn.
Right.
You feel me? Because we did albums like Soul Food,
Right.
which was an innocent album. Then we come back with Still Standing, which was not so innocent.
Right.
Almost like runaway slave, breakaway slave type shit. You feel what I'm saying? So they're like, well, damn. You niggas don't have a good time and nothing.
But
So
you know,
then
you guys were conscious. Like, and to me, the way you guys were able to approach the music, it enlightened people. It was soul food. When you got 2 types of soul food, you got the food you can eat, and you got the food for your soul. And I think that's what we're missing right now. There's no soul food. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I definitely love you guys for inspiring that type of music, which is going to be a part of history forever. You know what I mean? And I think Damn Some Flowers, y'all need to have a whole goddamn garden. You know what I mean? Because y'all have fed us and inspired us to think outside of the box.
True that. I mean, they did put us in the Georgia Music Hall of Fame.
Oh.
So we're definitely up in there. And like I said, World Party was that record that a lot of people didn't like because we let our hair down. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we actually had a good time.
Right.
We was actually showing people that okay, we can have a good time, y'all.
Right.
Because when we went out there on the stage, it was just like, you know what I'm saying? We was waiting for people to be jamming with the music and shit, but it wasn't that type of music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Until we got to it. World Party would Get Rich to This.
That was, but
I'm
glad I was trying to wait. I was trying to save that one, but damn it, man.
Hey, man.
Oh.
Shout out to Backbone, my dog, man, my DF dog, man. Shout out to Backbone on that one, man.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Backbone.
Yeah.
That, you know, not get rich or die trying.
No.
We talking about get rich to this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That motivated. Like, you know, what were you guys like in the studio? Like, how did y'all make this magic? Like how did that process go down?
Man, for me, just being in the studio, you know what I'm saying? Being around in the atmosphere, man, that shit was good for me because, you know what I'm saying? My thing was rough, and I was a rough head, you know what I'm saying? Out in the street, man, drinking, you know what I'm saying, man, just wrestling niggas, and, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? Pretty boy, all type of shit like that, you know what I mean? But get into the music, man, I was able to, it was a safe haven, man, you know what I mean? I still got praise. I still got all my brothers with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Being in the music, you know what I mean? That shit was a covering for us. You know what I'm saying? It kept us it kept us from an early grave. And it kept us out of jail too. You know what I mean?
No, that's true.
So man, that shit was not only. A lot of people say, man, man, your music did wonders for me in college, or man, I was in jail, man, and listening to this music and it did. But man, it was therapy for us too.
Right.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? 'Cause
Okay.
I can't sit and listen to a whole Goodiemob album without busting out in tears, bro.
Right.
Just thinking about the shit that we went through making the record, you know what I mean, and the feeling that a nigga had, you know what I mean? Just even thinking about that shit trying to get me choked up, but just like we was just young doing it, bro, and man, we weren't thinking about no fucking money.
Right.
You feel me? We weren't thinking about none of that shit, man. We was thinking about putting Atlanta on the map, bro.
And I think you guys did an excellent job putting it on the map. And I'm asking this, at what point did you say, nigga, I made it?
Well, I say this, the thought of nigga I made it.
Okay.
And that's just, man, I don't know if this for every artist, man. It's just hearing your shit on the radio, man.
Okay.
Hearing your shit on the radio, man. That is the ultimate, for me, at the time, that was the ultimate shit. Like, damn, man, we done made it, bro. We from the studio to the radio.
Right.
That means a lot of people hearing our music, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I just wanted people to just repeat my verse, man.
Right.
I mean, it took a while because I guess just the style that I was doing and just really just trying to just figure my way out and shit. It was kind of maybe almost a little intimidating a little bit, maybe a little scary a little bit, but that's what came out
Right.
at the time. You know what I'm saying? So it took me a couple of more times to get it to where, like I say, you can either have your meat well done. You can even have it kind of like brown peak in the middle a little bit. Or
Right.
you can have it raw with butter. So I was still trying to get my shit cooked. You feel what I'm saying? So that's
How you gonna serve it to them?
Yeah, how I was gonna serve it, man.
Okay.
But your verses was cold though, man. Like your tone was dope.
Man,
I just had this one question, like on a Cool Breeze record, man. Like I've been trying to break that verse down for a minute, man.
oh, you talking about the Watch for the Hook?
Yeah, like you went in on that verse.
Man, that was hard as hell because I was kind of like, now I look at it and I was like, damn, this shit told me to slow the bitch down.
No, that was always one of my favorite verses.
That's hard as fuck, man.
Yeah,
A lot of people ask me, man, what the hell are you saying, man? I be having to break it down to really what I'm saying, man. So it was I wish we could do that shit in the show, man.
Yeah, that's all.
I think we might have to rehearse that. We might have to do that in the show, y'all. November 23rd, we're gonna be in Atlanta at the Eastern
Okay.
with Sleepy Brown and Mr. College Paul, aka DJ Smurf.
Oh man.
So we're gonna have some for y'all, man. So y'all pull up.
So y'all rest in there,
Huh?
right? Y'all rest in there.
Hey man, you gotta do it. Hey, let me talk to you.
All right, that's what.
Now, big shout out to Smurf Cotty Park.
Oh yeah.
Um,
College Paul.
Great legend. I
Sure.
remember when I first met the brother. He made a statement years ago and said the industry and what he say ripped the ass out of hip hop. It was something to that effect, and I didn't understand it then, but I kind of understand it now. And even with him, you guys were always ahead of y'all time. You know what I mean? Like when we talk about futuristic,
Right.
that was you guys.
Right.
Like y'all you never seen it like that, or you don't want to.
No, I haven't, man. I haven't, man, because
Y'all gave a new name to futuristic.
I'm just looking, trying to see if there's any other albums that I could say that you could say that about. Like, oh man, y'all was before y'all time. What is it because of the things that we spoke about is still here,
Right.
or is it because we nobody prophesies now. Everything's already been prophesied. Everything already been written down. We just catching up to the shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we get that all the time. When you guys were prophets, no, you might be children of prophets, but everything's already been prophesied. But like I said, it's just Goodiemob came out at the right time because you had New York feuding against the West Coast. You had the West Coast feuding against the East Coast. Goodiemob came right in the middle, just to buffer all that shit down. If you want a safe way out, let's go this route right here. You ain't got to rap about that. Just like with Goodiemob, man, you can rap about going to the grocery store.
Right.
Just like De La Soul, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So when you said storytelling, that never occurred to me until I sit down and listen and think about it. Yeah, we told stories about what was going on in the hood, how we felt, and solutions. You know what I mean? Let's try to give some solutions.
Right.
And I think that's what I think Soul Food was kind of like a solution to the problem that we was having with East Coast and West Coast. Let's just tone that shit down. Let's just live, man.
Right. Let's
live, bro.
Now, this is from Troy out of Mississippi.
Yeah.
He said, "What is the correlation between Outkast, Goodiemob, and the Dungeon Family?"
The correlation between Outkast, Goodiemob, and the Dungeon Family is that we all one crew.
Okay.
We all know each other. You know what I'm saying? In some type of form or fashion, we either went to school with each other or came up in dance groups.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Outkast came through when they was some young cats. You know what I'm saying? And we were there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Goodiemob was right there.
Right.
Organized Noise was right there. You know what I mean? So we like a family, man. Man, it was like residence camp when I went to the dungeon, man. You ever heard of resident camp? Mm-hmm. Resident camp when you go away from your house and you stay for about like a week or 2, 3. You don't go home. You just stay with other kids. And y'all go camping.
Oh, so I was thinking juvenile.
No. Yeah, you can come back on that. And it was like that at the dungeon, man, because we was sleeping in sleeping bags.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Rico Wade, man, go get some food, man, for everybody. You know what I mean? We got there, we smoked good, you know what I mean? We vibed off of music, man. We wrote music down, you know what I'm saying? And man, and then if you didn't want to go home, you could sit there and spend the night there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's how that was with that's how we so cohesive like that, because you know we were family, man, and you know families get mad at each other too. You know what I mean? And they come back and they reconcile, and they got there and get back to family business. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think that's kind of like what Outkast, Goodiemob, and Dungeon Family was all about, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna get into your new single.
For sure.
Before I let the world hear, well, it's actually been in rotation. So for everybody that's listening live, if y'all didn't hear it, y'all gonna hear it first. But it's been in rotation for a while. But let me ask you this: what was the mindset of Bills? And you know, you did. As I'm listening to it, I'm like, damn. I know music, but you did something with this song. I just can't put my goddamn finger on it. But I said, well, and maybe you can, when radio hear it, he probably gonna be able to help me. But you know when a motherfucker done did something that another nigga ain't did.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know if it was the rhyme pattern or I don't know how, but you know what you did.
He said, I know what I did.
Right. What before they hear, what did you do?
You know what? This was a new type of style that I did, but it's an old formula. It's an old formula, but it was something. I guess it was something that I did. You know what I'm saying? Whatever coming from me or whatever. But just me saying a line and then you hear something coming. I got. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna make the next bar something totally different from that other bar. So it's like you really don't know what's gonna come next. You know what I mean? So I think that was kind of the difference, and it was something new that I don't think I had ever done it like that before. Shout out to my dog Cabby, man, out there on the West Coast, man, because he put the song together. And shout out to my DJ JC, man. I played that for him, man. He's like, play it again, man. I was like, okay, I play it again. He's like, man, I said, man, why this shit ain't out, man?
Okay.
Like, man, where this shit at? I was like, working on it. And he hit me again. He said, please. I said, please, can I get a copy of it? So that song is therapeutic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not only, I mean, you can groove to it, but it's also some shit that people are thinking about. You know what I mean? Right. You know what I'm saying? I got mouths to feed, and they can't feed themselves.
Right.
I need cash money, homie. A play of exposure won't help.
Right.
And then they say I got probation want their bread, lawyer fees due to, trying to keep my nose clean, doing deeds ain't cool. Gas ain't cheap, the price of living still sky high. And every now and then I click and choke just to get by. So that's what we doing, that's where we at right now. You know what I mean? So I just felt like a Goodiemob vibe on that, man. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Goodiemob vibe, and that's what. And man, I've been getting good response from it, man. I got like 100,000 views on the video already. And the comments, man, is just mind blowing, bro.
Right. See, you knew what I was talking about.
Yeah,
when I couldn't put my finger on it, but I said,
it's something. It's something about it, man. It's something about it because I don't think we've heard a Goodiemob song in that formula, because that's a New York formula.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
That's a New York formula like that, man. So I just took liberty, man, just to really just see about relating to my fans. Just letting people know, man, shit, I'm a regular dude too. We got bills. I don't care if you're rich or poor.
The bills still coming.
It's still coming, man. I don't care if you're dead, man.
I'm trying to tell you.
To some extent, they gonna come until you tell them, man, they're not here anymore.
Right. And even when you dead, you left with a bill.
Yeah.
Somebody got to still pay that.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, just trying to relate to my people, man, in a time, man, because like right now, man, you can't turn a blind eye on what's going on. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, come on, man. I mean, you draped up, you got jewelry and all this, and you got about 5 cars, and you doing this. It's more people living below that,
right,
than living like that.
Right.
So you're not even speaking to the masses, really.
That's true.
You feel what I'm saying? You're only speaking to a small percentage of people.
Right. And everybody else, you want to idolize you.
Yeah, and then you want to have a war. I see this thing. You want to have a war with the poor. Why you want to have a war with? Well, let me put it how they put it. Why you want to have a war with the broke nigga?
Right.
And you got bread.
Right. Facts.
You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
Why is that? Or why is that? Okay, shawty, you don't want to talk to no nigga because he broke. He ain't got them this and he ain't got that. Like old girl said, broke niggas don't deserve no pussy.
That was crazy. And they wonder why rape done went up. I'm just trying to tell you. I've been listening. Let the church say amen now.
I mean, I hear her, but I'm just saying that's a tough one. I mean, it's a cold ass bar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What if niggas say rich bitches don't deserve no dick?
Right. Right. Right.
Or something else to that fact. You know what I'm saying? Well, like I say, man, it's what's in hip hop right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just what it is. You don't hear that in country music.
That's true.
I haven't heard it in country.
Right.
You have? Okay.
They say everything he said.
Okay.
Maybe it's just the way they say it or the tone or the beat that they use.
It be new though.
Yeah.
I heard honky tonk but donkey donk years ago.
Well, yeah, I see that. You know what, you right. You right. But I don't think it's as explicit.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not as promoted.
As promoted, okay.
Right.
Okay. I can get that.
Have you ever been off, like, as far as, like, you know, now you guys are creating and you got the labels involved as well. Have they ever kind of like tried to sway y'all to do type of music that y'all didn't necessarily want to do?
Oh, yeah, like I was saying, the record label, I'm not gonna say the name, but the record label's like, man, you niggas don't, y'all gonna get y'all dicks up?
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Apparently we're not talking about it.
Right.
Damn it, man.
Apparently we're not Two Live Crew enough.
Right.
On that level, you know what I'm saying?
Nasty as y'all want to be, huh?
Right. You feel me? But here I am thinking about, damn, can I say fuck and shit?
Yeah.
Right.
But here you want to know shit. What's up, y'all?
How you going in? Like, yeah.
What niggas doing? Like, bro, like. I mean, that's just not what we want to talk about.
Right.
I mean, that's not what the spirit has to talk about at times. That's all.
Facts.
That's all at that time, because I can't even say it was. I can't say it was.
Cause you probably you was. You were definitely getting it whacked off, but you know, yeah. I mean, come on now.
Not even like that. It wasn't, like I said, with the music that we was doing, girls weren't really approaching us on that type of level. You feel me? You had to be, like Big Boy says, thinking a nigga spiritual trying to build, but you don't see me though. You know what I'm saying? Because what some of the sisters might have thought Outkast was on some spiritual shit because of some of the music. But they did. But you got one cat say, man, I'm not on that spiritual shit right now.
Not right now.
Right now. But I'm saying sisters was coming up to us on some building type, spiritual, that type of stuff. You feel what I'm saying?
Quality.
Was that unattractive?
Yes, it was. No, believe me, it was. I mean, but it definitely was. So it wasn't you couldn't break out with, okay, well, damn. You know, spiritual building is over right now. You know, like I said, it wasn't even like that. I mean, like I said, man, the music was kind of intimidating a little bit, and just people just even trying to recognize niggas from the South and just really seeing like, you know what I'm saying, how they are. You know what I'm saying, them niggas, they rapping, they up on stage, goddamn going at it. It ain't like we was on that bitch like Snoop Dogg or some shit like, you know what I mean? We was goddamn raw. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but yeah, like I said, it wouldn't even. I'm just thankful for that. It wasn't a taboo. But sisters did like us. They did. They played Gip and Timo. Yes, their sisters, they did like them.
Right.
And Lo.
Okay.
And Lo had that game for them too. Yeah.
Okay, so hey man, this is dope, man. You know, I done wrung my sponge and my mop out a couple times. Go ahead and introduce this single Bills to them and let them know where they can find the video and where they can actually download it and stream it to support it.
Yo, what's up? This is my new single Bills by my kinfolk Cabby, man. Y'all can go to YouTube, man, look up the video. The video is out. Y'all subscribe to my video. I'm gonna have some exclusive content on there that you can't get nowhere but on the video. It's the new video, the new single, Bills. Yeah.
I got bills to pay. What more can I say?
Yeah. Moves to make, places to go, people to see. So wake and bake, pimp the sheep, go have to count me. Miles to feed, cause they can't feed they self. I need cash money, homie, your plate of exposure won't help. Probation want they bread and lawyer fees do too. I'm trying to keep my nose clean, doing biz ain't cool. Gas ain't cheap, the price of living still sky high. And every now and then I click and toe just to get by. What more can I say? I got more problems than the average. It's fucked up, they got us living like some savages. Come on, come on, come on. See y'all playing, but I'm serious as a heart attack. You talking nickel and dime, I'm talking racks on rack. Love ain't free, you gotta bring something to the table. A gold digging individual is what you be labeled. Penalties, mow the lawn, pluck the weeds. Wifey want a diamond ring, boys want designer jeans. High blood pressure from all the salty bill collectors. Get the dial tone, cause I ain't got time for your lectures. Big dreams, pockets busting out the seams. Living like a king, never wanted for anything. What more can I say? I got more problems than the average. It's fucked up, they got us living like some savages. Woo. Come on, yeah, come on, Voices in my head saying, get to the money.
Regardless, nigga, if it's rain, sleet, snow, or sunny.
Checks on the way, but Georgia Power can't wait. It's lights out, Mr. Knight, and have a great day. Folks counting on me, calling me their big homie. Gotta keep it 1,000, never, ever phony. Expensive taste, nothing but the best from head to toe. Never satisfied, always wanting more and more. Zero tolerance for
Ignorance, you lazy bum.
excuses are like assholes, everybody got one.
What more can I say?
I got more problems than the average. It's fucked up, they got us living like some savages. Woo. Come on, what? Come on.
More can I say?
Yeah. Itching palms, I guess that means about to hit the lotto. 6 figures would be nice, I see you in Morocco. Optimism, I pray God show favoritism, cause ain't nobody else out here gonna help a nigga. Opportunity knocking at my front door, and opposition throwing pebbles at my window. Skills to pay the bills, legal or illegal. Just know it's on if you see me posted in the Regal. Experience the youth is out here wasted on the young. Enjoy while you can, cause growing up ain't always fun. Woo. What more can I say? I got more problems than the average. It's fucked up, they got us living like some savages.